What's up everyone, Sean CountBlagorath here today with an album review, this time of the 2012's Evergreen Recordings release of a Grandiose Display of Self-Destruction by Dark Metamorphosis. If you are not familiar with Dark Metamorphosis, they are a one-man black metal band hailing from the US, and they play a very ambient style of atmospheric black metal. I've reviewed Dark Metamorphosis twice on this channel. I reviewed their split with Blasphemous and Blood Burden, which is the album that came out before this. Now, with a Grandiose Display of Self-Destruction, Dark Metamorphosis returns with some of the most ferocious and hateful material to date. They are extremely pissed off in this release, it sounds like to me. I mean, this album brings forth a bunch of new elements while keeping the same trademark crazy sound of Dark Metamorphosis that the fans know and love, and what makes them one of the most unique acts in underground black metal. One of my personal favorite things about this album is the overall intensity of it and the experience you get when listening to it. Everything about it just screams evil, and that's something that is a beautiful thing to hear, and quite frankly it's one of my favorite things to hear when it comes to this style of black metal. One of the things that really helps to drive this, just like with the last review I did of Through These Gates, the drum machine really helps to make a sinister sound on this, and it creates this one-of-a-kind atmosphere that you can't really find in most other types of black metal. I mean, it really even fits this cover art. The cover art is so fitting for what the music sounds like. It just sounds like the absolute destruction and decimation of everything. I mean, the guitar riffs are just these extremely fast, blistering, yet ambient soundscapes, and these riffs will just be hooked into you, and you will be lost within it within the time of this album's length. The whole thing, overall, is something that will be, how should I put it, it's extremely hypnotic, and you will get lost listening to this. And that's one of my favorite things about Dark Metamorphosis, is the ability to get lost within the music itself that they make. And the guitar just really helps so that the bass sounds excellent. There's acoustic guitars at one point, and it sounds amazing. Just everything about this just sounds great, not only sonically, but musically it sounds very good. The song passages have a very great flow to them. They flow from one song to another, and within each song the parts flow without being forced. There's no awkward transitions. There's no transitions that sound forced. Everything just sounds extremely good, and that's something that I like to hear. There's nothing forced about it, and it's genuine. And for me, that's a beautiful thing to hear. Vocally, this thing is scattered all over the place. There's the raspy sort of screams that Count has been known for doing on these albums. But then there's these more suicidal, depressive black metal sounds that you'll hear, and quite frankly, those are some of my favorites because it really adds to the eeriness and the overall intensity of the music. It makes that dark atmosphere even darker because it sounds like someone's being tortured, someone's in pain, and for me that's just an awesome thing. And you'll even hear some falsettos being done on here in the background of a couple songs, and those are really high up in there, and I love it. Just some great stuff. If you're wanting some sickening black metal that is very unique, I highly recommend you check this out. I mean, even with the drum machine, with how it's programmed, is the beats just sound so mechanical and so precise, and just everything about it is perfect. And the drums are so unique too, because you'll hear a lot of these random spurts of kind of blasts within the actual blasts or within the fills. And to me, that's something really unique because you don't hear that very often. The drums in itself remind me of Mysticum, and I'm a huge Mysticum fan. So if you like that sort of stuff, you'll dig this. Highly recommended for fans of atmospheric black metal, of ambient black metal, industrial black metal. If you want something new, unique, and interesting to listen to that hasn't been done within the black metal context, this is for you. Definitely check this out. I will provide links to where you can listen to this here on YouTube, on Bandcamp, and I will provide a link where you can pick this up. CDs on pointdown.net are actually relatively cheap, and they're extremely well made. I mean, I love this kind of DIY style CD packaging, where you get that CD right there. It's just a CDR and the back, professionally done. And for $20 with shipping within the US, you can also get a CD with a shirt. I recommend you pick it up. Just some great stuff. Highly recommended. For a score, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Probably some of the best atmospheric black metal I've heard in a long time, and hands down the best Dark Metamorphosis release. So check that out. That's it, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And as always, keep it metal.